Hey, so today, our affirmation that we're working with this week is I see my own light. And I chose this affirmation this week because of what is going on in our world today, and that we need to prioritize our talents, our skills, our unique abilities, because when we value and recognize the light and the space that we take up, that radiates out. And it is the most incredible way that we can move into a space of healing, of collective care. And so, as we move today in our practice, as we breathe, recognize your light and recognize the space that you take up. And whether that is a visualization of a light that surrounds you or light that fills within you, recognize that and know that the way that we can move forward into the world that is today and the disruption that's around us, rather than moving into this way of defeat, let's recognize our light. I see my own light, and that is needed now more than ever. So let's start in a comfortable seat. You can start sitting near the edge of your seat so that your feet are reaching the floor. Maybe you have a blanket underneath your feet to lift up the earth to you. As you come into your seat, check in with your pelvis and your lower back. Notice if you are rounding, and I invite you to lift up and then draw your chin inward. You can rest the hands on your legs, and I invite you to take Chin Mudra. Chin Mudra is union. This is yoga, a gesture of connection, your body and your breath. You can look at the floor. If you feel comfortable and you'd like to, you can close your eyes. And start by cleansing the breath. Breathe into your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Breathing in one more time. Let it all go. And now your breath returns to its own rhythm. As you begin to notice your body, notice the shape, your feet, and the toes on the floor. Maybe you wiggle the toes a little bit. Notice this sensation is the texture of your mat. Squishy? Are you on the carpet? Do you feel the cushion? Is it soft? And then notice the earth and all points of contact with your feet and the connection to the earth. And bring your awareness up your legs. Notice the bend in your knees. Your upper legs and the thighs that are sitting on the chair. The surface of the chair. Notice your pelvis. And then notice your hands resting on your legs. The texture of the clothes underneath your hands. Maybe you even move your hands just a little bit or your fingers. And then notice the thumb and index finger together. And notice this, the experience of your index finger and the thumb, the connection. Bring all of your awareness to the connection of your thumb and your index finger. And then drawing awareness up your arms to your elbows and your shoulders and your spine rising up tall, your neck, your head. Relax the muscles in your face. Relax the space around your eyes, your jaw. Allow the teeth to separate. And bringing awareness from the soles of your feet all the way up your body to the top of your head. From the top of your head down the body through the feet. And now connect your breath with your awareness. As you breathe in, your awareness comes from the feet and it rises all the way up to the top of your head. And then down the body through the feet. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice how you're breathing. And if you feel comfortable, you might explore by deepening the breath. It becomes longer, slow, steady, patient. If the mind wanders, that's okay. Bring it back. Your experience, your body, your breath. This moment. And then now let your hands start to come to the body. If you'd like to, you can place one hand on the heart and the other over your navel. And breathing into the hands. You start to notice this expansion as you breathe in. A release as you exhale. And this energy, this movement of your breath is prana. Prana is life. This is vitality. A slow and steady breath that creates space, that expands and contracts. Your breath as light, abundant, throughout the whole body, nourishing your cells and your organs. And gratitude for your breath. Gratitude for this life in this moment. And the connection. You can start to open the eyes if they are closed. And as you open the eyes, begin to notice the colors around you, the shapes. And start to look over the right shoulder. Bring your awareness to one thing and notice the color. Observe the texture. And then slowly bring your awareness a little bit over again and notice something different. the texture, the color. And then maybe you start to look up and noticing something different, a little bit farther away, maybe this time. And then now come back here, come back to your body and feel your breath. You can release your hands now down to your legs. Begin to roll the shoulders down onto your back, drawing them up and down. Little movements, always moving at a pace that's comfortable for you. Begin to go the other direction. And then release. And start to bring your hands down and reach them up overhead. As you exhale, bring your palms down to the heart. And moving this way 2 more times. Maybe you even visualize light that surrounds your body. I see my own light. And one more, breathing in. Breathing out. And now go the other direction. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more times. Create space. Create light surrounding the body. And then bringing the palms together at the heart, and notice how it feels to have the palms together, the temperature between your palms. Do your palms know that they're touching each other? And then now opening the 3 fingers into a lotus mudra. Your wrists stay together. Your thumbs are together, the pinkies are together, and your 3 fingers are open, as wide as you'd like. Maybe it's small or big. And then close them. Open. Close. Open one more time and keep them here. Your spine tall, the hands at the heart center. The symbol of a lotus flower rising out of the mud into a beautiful, beautiful flower, your light. And then closing them back down. Okay. We'll bring the hands to the legs and we'll start to move into the spine. Moving forward and back, your inhale coming forward, your shoulders on the back. Lift up gently with your chin. And exhale, begin to round. Drawing your chin in. Moving at a pace that's comfortable for you. Try to let the breath guide you. Let the breath be your teacher. Let your breath be your guiding light. Forward and back. And as we move, can you notice, observe how it feels to be in your body? Not analyzing or judging, but experiencing. Open, receptive. What does your body need today? We'll rise and come upright, taking a lateral bend. Hold the chair with your left hand and reaching your right arm up. You breathe in, and when you exhale, reach over to the side. You might even bring your hand to the back of your head. Pull your elbow back. If this ever doesn't feel good in the shoulder, you can also do this with your hand at the heart. If you'd like to explore and you feel comfortable here and you're rooted, then take your other hand and hold the outside of your ribs. Breathe into it. Okay, release and rise back up. We'll switch sides. Lift your left arm as you breathe in. Exhale over to the side. Bring your hand to the back of the head. Pull your elbow back. If you'd like to explore, maybe you take the other hand and you hold the outer ribs. Spaciousness fills the ribs. Okay, and then release. Begin to rise back up. Notice the difference between the two sides of your body. Notice how it feels. Now taking the right hand to the left knee, beginning to twist to the left, only twisting to a point that's comfortable for you. Maybe you have the hand to the side or the back. You might even begin to look over your back shoulder. Your twist is more about your extension and lengthening in your posture rather than deepening your twist. So you could think of it as a string lifting you up at the top of your head, your pelvis rooted on the chair. And start to look over the right shoulder, maybe even tilting the ear towards the right shoulder. Bring your gaze back up, your head in line with the spine, and return back to the center. We'll move to the other side. Your left hand to the right knee, holding the side or the back of your chair, lengthen, draw your chin inward, and begin to twist. Maybe looking over the back shoulder. And if you'd like to, maybe you keep the twist and you take the gaze now over your left shoulder, perhaps tilting the head. Your spine moving in two different ways. Can you notice how this feels? From your pelvis, rising up the neck to the top of your head. And now bring your head back to the center. Release. We'll take our hands now down by the sides. Your palms can be facing away from the body and spreading the fingers wide, drawing your shoulders down onto your back, rooted into your foundation, your mountain pose. Take a full breath in and out here. Okay. Now take your feet so that they're a little bit wider than your hips. We're going to come forward. If you'd like to, you can have blocks here. We'll move through our variation of a sun salutation. We did this one a couple of weeks ago. The palms can be at the heart, moving at a pace that's comfortable for you. Your inhale, hands are coming down, reaching up. As you exhale, the palms are together, you start to lower down. You can bring elbows to the knees. Maybe you stop here. Maybe you go a little deeper and you bring your hands down to your blocks. And if it feels safe and comfortable, maybe you even come further down and you release your head, or bring your hands to your elbows. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Let the breath fill your back, the sides of your body, the back of your heart, and releasing any tension in your shoulders and your neck. Let it fall off the head. Allow the earth to take it from you. Okay, and then we're going to rise up. We're going to come all the way up, bringing your arms up overhead, your palms together down to the heart. Now bring your hands to the knees. And you're going to come about halfway, so you're at an angle. And then lift up with your chin. So we're in a variation of what's called cobra pose. Move my chair so you can see it a little better. In cobra pose, you have your tailbone slightly lifted and your chin lifted. Nice. And then rise back up. We'll do that one more time. So we'll inhale, hands come down, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe you go a little deeper. Elbows can be at your knees. Further down to your blocks. Maybe you're releasing your elbows, your head. 3 breaths. When you're ready, you're rising up. Stay rooted in your feet. Let the strength of your upper body guide you up. Exhale, your hands are coming down. Bring the hands now down to your legs. Come about halfway at an angle. And move into your cobra shape. Lift up your chin, lift up your tailbone. Breathe here. Your shoulders are on the back. And then inhale, come back up. Taking hands now behind you, you can clasp them together, draw the shoulders on your back and lift up with the heart. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Okay, now taking the legs back in and extend the right leg in front. You can have a little micro bend here in the knee if you like, and maybe you lift the earth up to you by using a block or your bolster. You begin to point and flex the foot. Noticing the sensations all the way from your toes, the soles of your feet, the shin, the back of your calf, the movement all the way up to your hip. Flex into the foot, begin to windshield wiper it side to side. This can be very little movement. The knee does not have to stay in the same spot. Your whole leg, even your hip, can be part of this movement. Bend at the knee, take the top of your foot, press it down. And release. How does the right leg feel compared to the left leg? Switch sides, take the left foot, extending it forward. Begin to point and flex the foot. What do you notice here? What's your experience in your feet, your shin, your thigh. Flex into the foot and windshield wiper side to side. Maybe it's a very small micro movement, or maybe it's big. So big you feel it all the way up into your hip. Bend at the knee, press the top of your foot down onto the earth. And release. Okay, now from here, we're going to go ahead and stand up very briefly. We won't be here for too long. We're going to come behind the chair. As you come behind the chair, start to explore the weight from one foot to the other. If you'd like to, you can stay in the chair. Maybe you explore how it feels underneath your feet, the texture of the mat. And then start to rock forward and back. Maybe it's very little, but if you'd like, you could even come onto the toes and the balls of your feet and lift your heels up. And maybe you lower the heels down and you lift your toes. And then root them down, growing your roots, your palms. Maybe they're by your sides, or maybe they're at your heart. One could be over the heart. And breathe into it. We'll practice tree pose. In tree pose, you can have one hand at your heart and root down into your left foot. Start to lift the heel of your right foot, and maybe you're even, as you lift the heel up, maybe you even start to open the knee. You place the heel on the inside of your ankle and tall like a tree. If you want to go further and you feel comfortable and rooted, then maybe you expand and you grow branches to your tree. As you find your shape, your unique shape, breathe into it. I see my own light. I see my own light radiating from your feet with roots, your tree, strong legs, strong body, beautiful breath, life, vibrancy, light. And then we'll start to release. Slowly let that go and shake it out. Let it all go. Whatever you don't need. Let the leaves fall. And we'll do the other side. Right foot roots down. Lift your left heel. Maybe you stay here. If you'd like to explore, open the knee to the side. Begin to rest the heel on the inside of your right ankle. Grow your roots. Keep your gaze steady at one spot. Choose where you'd like the hands. Maybe you have a hand on the heart. Maybe you'd like to grow branches. Wherever you are, let your unique light, your unique tree shine. Vibrant, radiant, full of breath, life, prana. And slowly begin to release. Let it go, shake it out. Okay. We're gonna come down now to the floor. You're welcome to come down to the chair, back to the chair if you want to sit down. Otherwise, if you feel comfortable doing so, we'll come all the way down to the floor. As you come down to the floor, you can take a blanket to sit on top of, or maybe even a bolster. And the chair will be directly in front of you. Your legs can go underneath the chair. If you'd like to, you can have the legs out straight, or maybe you bring them into a butterfly shape, a loose butterfly shape. So we're moving into a more relaxing part of our session, the feet together. And I would recommend having a blanket or a pillow, and you can roll it up and stick it underneath your knees. Extend tall here. Take a breath in. Notice your body become still. And then if you'd like to, you can take the arms forward. Maybe you fold forward. You support your head with your hands. And slow your exhale down. Your exhale becomes longer. You begin to release muscles. Soften into this space. Your breath as light through the back, your heart, your organs, your whole body breathing. Slowly begin to rise back up. Take your right hand behind you. Maybe you have your left hand and you bring it to your right knee. Micro twist. Look over your back shoulder. Breathe here. Slow and steady. Come back to the center. And switch sides. Your left hand comes behind. Your right hand can come to the left knee as you twist to the left. Slow and steady breath. And begin to release back to the center. Okay. You can start to lean back onto your hands here and then take your feet about as wide as your mat and gently windshield wiper your knees side to side. If there's any other movements that you'd like to take before we take the last shape of Shavasana, the pose of rest, you're welcome to. When you are ready to move into Shavasana, there are many different ways that you can take it. And the most important part is that you're comfortable. You're welcome to lie all the way down on your back, and you could even have a blanket underneath your knees or a bolster. Maybe you have a blanket under your head and neck. You can also come back up and sit in the chair and wrap a blanket around you. Or maybe you choose to move to a couch or a reclining chair. We'll be here for about 3 to 5 minutes. So the importance is that you're really comfortable. Now, I recommend taking Shavasana with the chair if this is comfortable. You can scoot to the edge of the chair, and then maybe you even begin to lean back on the elbows to lift up the legs and take them on top. As you get the legs up, you might need to do some adjusting. And if you notice underneath your sacrum and tailbone, you can use your blanket and sit on top of for some extra cushion. Lowering all the way down. And if you are on your back, make sure that your head and neck are supported. You might roll the blanket up for support. Making any little adjustments, movements, so that you feel absolutely comfortable. Maybe you allow the arms to rest by your sides. Palms can face up. Once you find your comfortable position, take a cleansing breath into the nose. Let it go. One more, breathe in. Let it go. And release. Let your whole body be fully supported by the earth. Your whole body supported by the chair. Your eyes could close down. Not trying to control or change anything here. Your breath is slow and gentle. Your whole body breathing. Observe your feet. Lower legs. Knees. Upper legs. Pelvis. Hands. Elbows. Shoulders. The whole back. The spine. Neck. Back of head. Top of head. The expression on your face. Allow your whole body to release. Supported. In your presence. Home in your body. In your light. We'll be here for another couple of minutes. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. You're welcome to release this pose at any time. Continue to be here. Resting. Each passing exhale. start to notice the sounds you can hear around you. Let your awareness be guided from sound to sound. Like stepping stones, bring your awareness closer to your body. The temperature, the texture of your clothing, the earth beneath you, the chair beneath you. As you're ready to come back into your body, let the breath invite you back. Expand, deepen the breath. Start to make little movements. Move your head side to side, your fingers, your toes. Your body begins to wake. As you're ready, you can start to pull the knees into your chest. Maybe you even rock side to side a moment to embrace yourself, loving compassion for your body. And slowly rolling onto your side, you can start to sit back up. And as you come back up, bring your hands, one at the heart and the other over the navel, and lowering the head inward to honor your light. Honor the space that you take up. Honor your body, your breath, your unique talents, your radiance. Thank you for letting me guide you in this beautiful healing practice of yoga. And in honor of all that we are and all that there is, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, perfect peace to you.